These people are crazy. I know it's late, and I don't even know if notifications are going to work. So I'm going to ask that you consider strongly liking the video, leaving a comment on it, and if you use Facebook or Twitter, to share this message, because we've got a doozy of a story here. So earlier today, I don't really know who this person is, and anybody cataloged here in this coverage, just leave them alone. All right, we're going to laugh at them from afar. But I don't want any contact, so they can't pretend to be victims. A tweet this morning was pointed out to me. Anyone who's been targeted by Ethan, that's Ethan Van Sciver, Yellow Flash, another YouTuber, The Quartering, Geeks and Gamers, or any of these other Vic Mignogna supporting a-holes need to call their local PD right now and inform them of a potential swatting risk. Please be proactive and protect yourselves. Call the non-emergency line. Again, I advise that if you've been personally targeted by someone with a large following and you have reason to believe, so essentially, this person, whom I have no idea who they are, probably irrelevant. I see they have their pronouns in their bio for whatever that's worth. She's implicated me and other YouTubers in some sort of event that I really have no idea about. My videos are never targeting anyone in particular, especially in the private kind of sector. Maybe I roast public people here and there. But I also always ask people who watch my videos to not contact people. I've obviously dealt with the threat of swatting before. I've had to talk to my local PD, so I'm on file there, and I'm on file at the county in case any idiot calls. I disavow this. It's not funny. It's not a joke. People have died because of this. It's illegal. I completely disavow all forms of it. It's not funny. Send a pizza. Send a strippergram. What happened to doing that kind of stuff, right? So I retweet it because what this is a guilt by association. This is somebody who then puts it in here to basically say that they want to be a victim. She's retweeting. Someone in the anime community who spoke about Vic had their door kicked in by the SWAT team this morning after someone made a fake call saying they said, "I stand with Vic" on the call. Interesting. Interesting. We have reached new levels of moron in the Vic Mignogna situation. Why? Well, of course, because it was faked. Never happened. Or if it did happen, it happened in 2006. Why, you might ask? I don't know. If we can look at some pretty obvious events here. Again, don't contact these people, but public is important. Public, you posted this publicly. I am now being implicated and being involved with this simply for standing for truth and justice. Look, if Vic did something horrible, I will disavow. I've always said that. But interestingly, the person that made this used the exact same pictures August 19th, 2016, and again today, saying, "Da fuck. House got swatted. Thanks, Vic. Your fans are victim-blaming a-holes. Spent most of the morning fixing my door frame and replacing the door. Police apologize and help replace the door. I'm fine, just pissed." Okay. Interesting that used the exact same pictures in 2016. Interesting. Interesting. So, this is fake. A lie that will now escalate, right? This is what is happening in the anime community right now, and the blue hairs, they're moving in. Anime Gate is real. And just like, unfortunately, Gamergate, remember when all these people said all these horrible things happened to them? Remember that? Remember that how all these people had all these claims? And do you remember how the FBI cleared and said all of it was fake and no laws were broken? Do you guys remember that? I do. Pepperidge Farm remembers that. So here we have Renfamous with a decent-sized following implicating me falsely in some sort of swatting which I believe is attempted, it might be manslaughter, I'm not sure. It's definitely a major crime. She has not deleted this tweet, even though it is painfully obvious that this was a fake event. It never happened. I don't know if it even happened in 2016. If you think about it, you're the type of person to fake something like that in 2019. It puts your whole character into question, and I start to wonder if you ever had anything happen to you in 2016. Maybe your house was broken into, but it's interesting that you've used that twice now to garner attention. You've used the same pictures twice. Pretty interesting, huh? I told you all this would be a spicy video. Renfamous, this is me formally asking you to remove this tweet. Obviously, this event never happened. And it's pretty disgusting that you would implicate me or any other of my fellow YouTubers in this, simply for supporting a man whom we believe has been wronged. I have not targeted anyone. Obviously, I've screenshot this, sent it to my lawyers, local police departments, and Homeland Security because I will not be bullied or harassed. And you can see these people, it continues. You see now Ethan Van Sciver is fighting with Pensacon, apparently. Now, if you don't know what's going on with Pensacon, it's a anime-type convention in Pensacola, Florida. I never heard of it. Don't really care. If you're going, I recommend not going, in my personal opinion, because the people that run this thing are insane. You see that they've posted something on their Facebook. So Ethan Van Sciver just informed everyone on his live stream details concerning the Pensacon and the alleged threat they received. Apparently, the FBI and PPD was just recently informed of this supposed threat only after someone retweeted EVS's tweet, which was an image paste of the threat text. In short, Pensacon never bothered reporting the threat to proper authorities. Now, why is that? The lies are beginning to float back to the surface from the deep and dark depths. First the small, then the large bloated ones come shortly after. This is a tweet that Ethan Van Sciver proved. They had said, we got threats. Never happened. In fact, according to Ethan Van Sciver, he called the FBI and asked them directly if there was any type of threat down there, and there wasn't. At least according to him. And now you see Pensacon emailing him saying, thank you for being a D. Defamation suit forthcoming. We have police reports from the last week on the threat. You really are a moron. To which he replies, Mike, you can sue me. That's why I pay my lawyers. I'm telling people factual information about what you know, what I know about the situation to potentially save lives. I haven't said one thing about this that isn't true. The FBI is involved. I reported what they told me, and frankly, if you'd like to bring more attention to this odd situation, I would love to make more videos about it. It's been an interesting... I mean, are these people insane? 3 hours ago, I just got off the phone with an FBI agent in Pensacola regarding Pensacon. Told them everything I knew about the situation and offered to provide all the email exchanges I had with Pensacon. That led me to being given the threat. Guess what? They didn't know about it. They received the information right here on Twitter when one of you tagged the FBI in my tweet. 2019 is going to be the year of the fake hate crimes and self-swatting. I mean, you can't make this up. You literally can't make this up. These people are deranged. And the thing is, as I've always said, most people are, even if they disagree vehemently on like political ideology or something like that, we all get along just fine. What we're talking about is the tiny minority of people on both ends of whatever spectrum you might be looking at. But what Pensacon is doing is insane. All right, you hear me, Pensacon? You idiots. And what Renfamous has done is dangerous, in my opinion. She has directly put me in harm's way because perhaps one of her friends, who is also equally unhinged, might do something that could bring harm to me, all based on a lie, based on somebody who lied. So Renfamous needs to delete this tweet. I'm not going to expect an apology, but obviously we know this is fake. And it obviously has nothing to do with Vic Mignogna either, whom, by the way, I still stand with. If you don't like it, show me some evidence. And that's the crazy thing about all of this. It's like, You have these crazy... I mean, let's just bring it in here for the real thing for a minute. Are the people who are pushing this Vic narrative, the people that are saying, I've informed Homeland Security of your tweet, does that sound like the reaction of a normal person? Is that a normal reaction? I don't think so, in my opinion. Is it normal to be putting out tweets like Renfamous has, implicating people in a lie, bringing us all into harm's way? I don't think that's normal. See, if these people had any real evidence against Vic Mignogna, any real silver bullet, so to speak, why isn't it out there? I mean, they are working awfully hard to create a distraction, aren't they? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. All I know is how they're acting. And BS is pretty stinky. Desperation is a stinky cologne. And that appears to be what's going on here. Pensacon invites one of the accusers, then goes over the top, then has to delete their Twitter account after threatening people. Then they're on Facebook it's like, I don't understand. After they delete their Twitter account, why they would even have this person at their event. Why even get involved? I mean, they have sponsors like Monster Energy. Do you think they want a bunch of people adding Monster Energy, asking them about that, asking about them backing a convention full of crazy people? Do you think Renfamous wants to be implicated? Let's say, hypothetically, some fan now takes her lie and acts on it, and somebody gets hurt. Geeks and Gamers, Yellow Flash, one of us gets hurt because she tweeted this out. Now, I'm sure by now she knows this is fake. And even if it wasn't fake, her tweet directly puts people in harm's way because we've seen the craziness that's going on out there. We saw the guy from Alterna Comics have this happen to him. And there's also a reasonable possibility that these are just people on the outside looking to cause a bit of a kerfuffle. Cause a bit of, meme it up a little bit. Even to those people, I say meme on, but can we not, like, put people's lives in danger, please? Renfamous, can you not be totally delusional? I highly recommend deleting this thread. And to command people waste local law enforcement time. To command people to say, like, call up your local law enforcement and tell them that you're in trouble and blah, 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 blah. Like, come on. Could you just sit down? Is this all you have to talk about? I mean, I thought you were, like, I don't know, you say you're a cosplayer. Isn't there something else to do rather than just pretending to be a victim all the time? You know, you can't really complain about being a victim when you are constantly stirring the shit like this. Now, I disavow anybody contacting her. I disavow anyone causing her any harm. You're not doing anybody any favors, obviously. But you know, and if you know me and you watch this video, you watch my videos, you know that's my stance. But I have to put it in my videos because people like Ren tweet out absurd lies. I had nothing to do with it. And guess what? It never happened in the first place. Pensacon, you're a joke. Renfamous, you are one of the worst kinds of jokes. Someone who would knowingly lie and pretend to be a victim when there are real victims out there, wasting the time of police over absurd, fabricated stories. Vic continues to be the only real victim from what I can see. And this whole thing has been a complete mess. I hope you enjoyed this video, though, and we'll talk to you again real soon.